All we ever hear about the oil and gas industry is how emissions intensive it is, how horrible it is for the environment, and just how plain evil it is. Nobody ever talks about the socio-economic benefits of the industry because, well, it would ruin the narrative for environmentalists and it doesn't make for a flashy news headline. So let's talk about two communities that the industry has really benefited. I've touched on how the Newfoundland cod fishery collapsed after a 500-year run in 1992 when the biomass fell to 1% due to overfishing. That resulted in mass devastation since most of the population of that province was either directly or indirectly associated with the industry, leaving 35,000 people out of work. Enter the impending oil and gas boom in Alberta, where it was estimated that there was a worker shortage of about 100,000. Many Newfoundlanders found themselves in jobs, and at one point it was even estimated that 1/3 of Fort McMurray was from Newfoundland. Imagine what that did for the economy and the people in that province, and imagine if out-of-work Albertans had somewhere to turn in a time where over 200,000 people are unemployed. And then there are the many First Nations groups that benefit from the industry, like Fort McKay. Chief Jim Bouch is an outspoken supporter of the oil and gas industry that says it's responsible for their $2.3 billion in financial holdings. He says that they own a group of companies in earthworks, fuel delivery, environmental services, and land leasing directly related to the oil and gas industry that pay for education, seniors housing, and other infrastructure. Chief Bouch also says that the Fort McKay First Nation only receives 4% of its revenue from the government, and they boast 0% unemployment with an average annual salary of $120,000. These are self-sufficient communities that are prospering from the benefits of oil and gas projects. Actually, they would probably be stuck in poverty without the industry. It seems environmentalists are winning the argument when it comes to the oil and gas industry being the most horrible thing out there. But they spout their untruths and rhetoric at the expense of the prosperity of communities of thousands of people. Like Chief Jim Bouch points out, environmentalists have impoverished First Nations communities and are to blame for widespread poverty in Canada's north. Many First Nations fight pipelines and oil and gas projects in a trade-off for their community's livelihood. And if we continue to let the lies control the narrative, it will be us next. Actually, it's already happening. We need only look to Ontario, where citizens are in energy poverty and can't afford to pay their bills, to keep their lights on and their homes heated, and now to Alberta, where a destructive green energy-focused government is driving investments and prosperity right out of the province. Like I said, nobody really talks about the socio-economic benefits of the oil and gas industry or the human impact, but it's time we start. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel yet? If not, click the link and it'll take you there so that you don't miss any of the latest news from the Rebel.